There is a warehouse you already shop at, somewhere between the rotisserie chickens and the 40-roll packs of paper towels, where some of the best skincare in America is hiding in plain sight, marked down to a fraction of what the same quality costs at a glittering department store counter. Most people walk right past it with a cart full of bulk snacks, but beauty insiders, the ones who have tested the $300 creams for a living, quietly fill their carts there, because they know a secret the luxury counter would very much prefer you never learned. Today I am giving you 8 Costco skincare items that genuinely rival, and in some cases outright beat, the prestige brands charging you $200 and $300. And I am saving the most shocking one for number 8, because number 8 is not a dupe at all. It is something far better, and it changes how you will look at that fancy counter forever. Before the list, you need the one rule that makes all of this make sense, because without it, you will keep falling for the markup for the rest of your life. In skincare, you are paying for 2 completely separate things, and they have almost nothing to do with each other. The first is the formula, the actual active ingredients doing the work on your skin. The second is the theater, the weight of the glass jar, the lighting, the name, the celebrity, the story, the woman in the white coat. The genius of the luxury industry is that it has trained you to believe these are the same thing, that if it feels expensive, it must work better. It does not. The active ingredients that actually change skin, the ceramides, the niacinamide, the hyaluronic acid, the retinol, the vitamin C, the sunscreen filters, cost pennies, and they are the same molecules whether they come in a $400 jar or a tub from the warehouse. Costco's entire trick is that it strips away the theater and sells you the formula. Keep that in mind, and here are your 8. Number 1 is CeraVe, and Costco sells it in the giant tubs and value packs that make it almost laughably cheap per ounce. Here's why a drugstore tub belongs on a list about beating $300 creams. CeraVe was developed with dermatologists, and it is built around the exact ingredients that aging, dry, compromised skin actually needs. Ceramides, which are the very lipids your skin barrier is made of and steadily loses as you age, plus hyaluronic acid to pull in water and niacinamide to calm and strengthen. A failing barrier is the real reason mature skin looks dull, dry, and lined, and rebuilding it with ceramides is precisely what those luxury barrier repair creams charge a fortune to do. The difference is that CeraVe does it for a few dollars an ounce in a plain tub, while the prestige version does it in crystal with a serif font. The ceramides do not know what the jar costs. They work the same either way. This single tub can be a woman's entire moisturizer for both face and body, which makes the per-use cost almost theoretical, and it never stings, never irritates, and never goes out of fashion. Dermatologists recommend it constantly, not because it is exciting, but because it quietly does the one thing aging skin needs most. Number 2 is La Roche-Posay, the French pharmacy brand that dermatologists around the world quietly swear by, and which Costco often stocks at warehouse prices. This is the brand the experts reach for when nobody is watching because it is built for sensitive, reactive, and aging skin, fragrance-conscious, and barrier-friendly, with formulas that have actual clinical credibility behind them rather than just marketing. Whether it is their gentle cleanser, their soothing balm, or their genuinely excellent sunscreen, you are getting a dermatologist-grade French pharmacy product for a fraction of what an equivalent prestige brand charges, and frequently less than the regular drugstore price because of Costco's bulk discount. When a product needs no glossy ad campaign because doctors recommend it on its merits, that is exactly the kind of product you want, and exactly the kind the luxury counter cannot compete with on value. The genius of this brand is that it competes on credibility instead of glamour, which is why it has a cult following among people who actually understand skin rather than just packaging. Dermatologists in France hand it out the way doctors elsewhere hand out the most trusted basics, and Costco quietly puts that same pharmacy-grade quality within reach of anyone with a membership card. Number 3 is the one that matters more than any cream on this entire list, at any price. A broad-spectrum sunscreen, which Costco sells in big bottles and multi-packs for a song. I need you to really hear this. Up to 90% of visible facial aging, the wrinkles, the spots, the sagging, comes not from age, but from sun exposure. which means a cheap, well-made sunscreen worn every single day is measurably the single most powerful anti-aging product that has ever existed, more powerful than any $300 serum on the market. The most expensive cream in the world cannot undo the damage that happens at 2 in the afternoon in a parking lot, but a few dollars of Costco sunscreen prevents it. The luxury industry will never frame their most basic sunscreen as their hero product, because there is no prestige and no markup in prevention. But the warehouse sells you the most effective anti-ager there is in bulk for almost nothing. If you do one thing from this entire video, make it this: buy the big bottle, use it generously every morning, and you have outspent and outprotected every prestige cream on the market with a single warehouse purchase. Reapply it on long days outdoors, wear it even when it is cloudy, and you are doing more for your future face than the entire luxury aisle combined could ever undo. Number 4 is Olay Regenerist, which Costco stocks in value sets, and this one genuinely embarrasses the prestige counter. Olay is a drugstore brand sitting near the shampoo, and the Regenerist line is built around niacinamide and peptides, two of the few anti-aging ingredients with real research behind them. Olay has put its formulas up against creams many times the price in tests, and time and again the affordable formula has held its own and sometimes won outright. The reason you do not hear about this is simple. There is no prestige in admitting your best result came from the warehouse aisle, so the conversation stays focused on the luxury names while the cheap one quietly does the same job. A niacinamide and peptide cream that performs like a luxury one bought in a value pack is exactly the kind of unglamorous secret the counter needs you not to know. And because Costco sells it in value sizes, the price per jar drops even further below an already cheap drugstore price, widening the gap with the luxury versions to something close to absurd. Number 5 is a K-beauty hidden gem that Costco has carried at a shocking price: a Centella or Cica ampoule, the kind built around Centella asiatica, the soothing botanical that Korean skincare is famous for. Costco has stocked these in 2-packs for around the price you would pay for a single small bottle elsewhere, and a fraction of what the prestige soothing serums cost. Centella calms redness, supports the barrier, and soothes irritated, reactive, overworked skin, and it is the active behind a whole category of expensive calming serums. Getting a genuine, effective K-beauty ampoule, the same kind of formula the beauty world obsesses over, in a multi-pack at warehouse pricing is one of those finds that makes the markup on the prestige versions look almost insulting. It is the perfect example of paying for the ingredient instead of the brand, because Centella is Centella whether it comes from a warehouse 2-pack or a boutique bottle with a designer name. Number 6 is Cetaphil, the gentle cleanser that has been a dermatologist staple for generations, which Costco sells in oversized bottles that last forever. This one makes a quieter but crucial point. The single most damaging thing most women do to aging skin is strip it with a harsh foaming cleanser that leaves it tight and squeaky, wrecking the barrier and accelerating the very dryness and lines they are fighting. A gentle, non-stripping cleanser like Cetaphil protects the barrier instead of attacking it, and it does the foundational job of every routine, getting your skin clean without damage, for a few cents a wash. Luxury cleansers can run $50 and $60 for the privilege of doing the same simple thing. The warehouse bottle does it for the price of a coffee and lasts for months. Gentle cleansing is the least glamorous and most important habit in skincare, and the fact that the best version of it is also one of the cheapest tells you everything about how little the price tag has to do with the result. Number 7 is the Kirkland Signature Daily Facial Towelettes, Costco's own house brand makeup remover wipes, and they are a small masterclass in the whole markup game. These are gentle, effective makeup removing and cleansing wipes formulated with ingredients like exfoliating acids and vitamin E, and they are a well-known dupe for pricier name brand wipes, sold at a per wipe cost that is a fraction of the branded versions. Costco's house brand, Kirkland Signature, has a long history of being the same quality as the name brands, often made to the same standards, simply without the marketing on the front, and these wipes are a perfect little example. The same job, the same convenience, for a fraction of the price, with no famous logo to pay for. Kirkland's signature has quietly built its reputation on exactly this, taking proven products, matching their quality, and removing the only thing left to pay for, which was the marketing. And number 8, the one I promised would change how you see that counter forever, is not a dupe at all. It is the actual luxury brands themselves, sitting in the Costco aisle, marked down. This is the secret the department store does not want you to know. Costco regularly stocks genuine prestige skincare, the real cult brands that sell for hundreds at Sephora and the beauty counters, at member-exclusive prices that undercut the counter dramatically. The same celebrated anti-aging treatments, the same famous creams, the actual products, not copies, for tens or even over $100 less than you would pay anywhere else. So the final, almost funny truth is this: the warehouse does not only sell you better value alternatives to the $300 brands. Half the time it sells you the $300 brand itself for $200 between the vitamins and the reading glasses, while you assumed luxury skincare only existed behind a glass case with a salesperson attached. The catch is only that it comes and goes, so when you see the famous jar in the warehouse aisle for $100 less than the counter, you do not hesitate, you put it in the cart, because by next week it may be a Hermes scarf or a kayak in that same spot instead. Now let me put all 8 together into how you would actually shop, because the point is not to throw everything in the cart. For a complete, genuinely excellent routine, you need shockingly little. A gentle cleanser like the Cetaphil or the Kirkland wipes, a barrier-building moisturizer like the CeraVe, a soothing treatment like the Centella ampoule or a La Roche-Posay balm if your skin needs calming, an active like the Olay Regenerist for anti-aging, and above all, the sunscreen, every single day, which does more than the rest combined. That is a full routine, cleanse, treat, moisturize, protect, that rivals anything on a luxury counter, assembled from a single warehouse run for less than the cost of one prestige serum with money left over. And if you want a genuine luxury treat, you watch for the marked down real thing in the beauty aisle and buy it there instead of at full price. That is the entire strategy. Now, a few rules for shopping the warehouse skincare aisle like an insider, so you never get fooled in either direction. First, learn to read the back of the label, not the front, because the front is marketing and the back is truth. Look for the proven actives, the niacinamide, the ceramides, the hyaluronic acid, the retinol, the vitamin C, the centella, and the broad-spectrum sunscreen filters, and let those guide you rather than the name. Second, check the price per ounce, not the sticker, because Costco's value comes from size, and a slightly higher sticker on a huge tub is often the cheapest skincare you will ever buy. Third, do not assume more steps mean better skin. A simple routine of clean, treat, moisturize, and protect built from these shelves beats a 10-step luxury ritual every time. Fourth, when you spot the marked down genuine luxury, check the date and the seal like you would any product, then enjoy paying less than everyone at the counter. And fifth, do not panic buy the whole aisle. Pick the few items your skin actually needs, because even cheap products you never use are a waste. And the goal here was always to spend smart, not to spend more. Let me be honest with you though, because the truth serves you better than the hype, and a couple of things need saying. Costco's inventory is famously unpredictable and regional, so not every warehouse will have every item I named at every moment, and the specific products rotate, especially the marked down luxury, which comes and goes. So treat this as a map of what to look for, not a guaranteed shopping list, and check the ingredient label, because the active is what matters, not the aisle it sits in. And when I say these beat the $300 brands, I mean on value and on the proven actives that actually change skin. Not that a tub of CeraVe is somehow more glamorous than La Mer, because glamour is exactly the thing you are choosing to stop paying for. The real anti-aging heavy lifting, no matter what you buy, is still done by the cheap fundamentals, the daily sunscreen, and the consistency, not by any single jar. Spend on the protection, save on the theater. Let me show you where that $300 actually goes, because once you see the breakdown, you can never unsee it. When you buy a prestige cream, study after study and industry insider after insider will tell you the same thing. The actual ingredients inside are often only a few dollars worth of the price. The rest, the overwhelming majority of what you hand over, pays for the heavy glass jar, the ornate box, the magazine ads, the celebrity contract, the department store rent, the salesperson's commission, and the simple profit margin that comes from convincing you it must be worth it. You are not paying $300 for $300 of skincare. You are paying a few dollars for skincare and the rest for a feeling. Costco's whole model is to refuse to play that game, to buy an enormous volume, keep its own margins famously thin, and pass the savings to you, which is why the same class of formula lands in your cart for a fraction of the counter price. The cream is not the expensive part. The cream was never the expensive part. Here is what I really want you to take from all of this, because it is bigger than one warehouse. The luxury skincare model depends entirely on you believing that price is a reliable signal of quality, that a $300 cream must be $300 better than a $6 one. It is not. Once you understand that you are paying separately for the formula and for the fantasy, the entire pricing structure of that industry collapses, and a warehouse full of plain tubs and bulk bottles suddenly looks like exactly what it is. The same proven ingredients, stripped of the glass and the story and the markup, sitting in plain sight while everyone walks past on their way to the snacks. You are never getting worse skincare by spending less. Most of the time, you are getting the same skincare or better and simply refusing to believe it could be that cheap. So on your next Costco run, before you reach for anything at a department store, walk the skincare aisle slowly and actually look. Grab the CeraVe, the gentle cleanser, the big bottle of sunscreen, and whatever proven active and soothing treatment catch your eye, and keep one eye out for the marked down luxury hiding among the vitamins. Build a complete routine for the price of a single prestige serum, and watch your skin do exactly as well, or better, on a fraction of the money. And tell me down in the comments which of these you have already been quietly buying, and which luxury brand you are finally ready to stop overpaying for. If this is the kind of straight, money-saving truth you have been looking for, the beauty armor is exactly where I keep it coming, week after week. The best skincare was never locked behind a glass counter. Half of it was sitting in a warehouse the whole time, and the other half was the same warehouse selling you the counter's own products for less. Your skin only ever wanted the formula. It was you who was charged for the fantasy, and now you know exactly how to stop.